All right, so we just heard a fantastic panel and you presented the research Equity Every Day. Tell us a little bit about it.
Equity Every Day is a body of work exploring a concept called the knowledge action gap. So it's out to answer this question: if diversity is good for business, why aren't people buying? Because we've all seen the reports from big consulting companies and many brands talking about what you get, the business outcomes you get when you invest in diversity, equity, inclusion. You get more innovation, you get more revenue, you get less risk. And so if leaders understand that those findings are true and they're widely known, then why don't we see the action that we would expect from leaders who believe these things to be true? And so in the research, we found this concept called the knowledge action gap. So this is research done in partnership with Jamila Bowman-Williams of Georgetown University. She's also a Harvard visiting faculty fellow. And in her research, she found that 80% of people in this study that said diversity, equity, inclusion was important, but then only 38% of those people took an action to actually promote a highly qualified Black job candidate. And we saw that play out again and again in the research. And so the question is, well, what's underneath that? What's actually stopping people from taking action? That means we have to address the real human biases that people are walking around with. Things like cognitive dissonance, where people feel their very identity is threatened by the business case for diversity. Persuasion knowledge, where people feel like they're being sold diversity. What we've found is we have to move away from the transactional business case, which actually exacerbates these biases, to telling a more transformational case. And this is where marketers step in. Because what we found in the research, statistically significant predictive power is that when you tell a transformational story, when you index on emotion, having people step into what it is like to be another person, when you're inclusive in that storytelling, and that's what marketers do, by the way, then you can actually mitigate. And so research shows that there's statistically significant predictive power in telling the transformational case for DEI.